Ladies and gentlemen, this video is now in session. Obi-Wan362, Gamer at Law presiding. Welcome back to more Persona 5. Somehow, we appear to still be alive. And for the record, before we get started, to remind everybody, I don't know whether I got the true ending, if I got a different ending, or if we're not even on the point where that matters yet. So, for the time being, I have a save from when we went in, when we started that interrogation, after we left Sai's Palace. I think I have one actually from before we finished Sai's Palace. That will not be touched. It will remain untouched in case there is something that we need to come back for, that we need to revisit, in order to get a better ending. But for now, please no indications as to whether or not I have gotten a good, a bad, a decent, whatever ending. Anything regarding the endings that we're working on. So, without further ado, heard the arrest of one of the Phantom Thieves. No way! Didn't expect him to commit suicide. He was a murderer. He deserved to die. You can finally breathe easy now. No, you can't. Kill himself, huh? Guess we'll never know his motivation. Motivation was to do justice. To see justice done, dang it. So what am I even doing with my days? Just sitting here in a hole. I'm exhausted. Feels like my consciousness is about to fade away. Oh, I'm dying. Cool. Hey, you alright? Fall asleep until we reach our destination. Are you listening? Could this be the effect of the drug wearing off? What's happening? The memories I thought were gone are starting to come back. Okay, good. Here we go. Are you listening? Yeah, yeah. I am. Anyway, we need to talk about how to get out of this situation. Futagawa's monitoring of Akechi's phone has confirmed it. He did indeed have an ulterior motive. Of course he did! I've been saying this for months. It's on a completely different level than just that. Not only was he trying to frame us, but he was the true culprit behind the mental shutdowns. His offer to assist us was simply a plot to frame the Phantom Thieves and kill Akira-kun. Yeah. If we go and assist his palace as he suggests, we'll likely be met by a large ambush of police forces. Gosh, I love it when you actually are the smart one. To think he would be this far gone. I know now what it means to feel a chill down my spine. Furthermore, he wishes to bring a police squad from reality into the palace. That's horrifying. If the 8 of us can enter at once, it's not inconceivable to think a larger group is possible. He may even be able to bring in vehicles or other special pieces of equipment. Ugh. This really was just a setup to shift the blame onto us. He made us go after Okumura, then once we triggered the change of heart, he killed him. He told us he had seen the true culprit. It was him the entire time. I know! The time he was working with Makoto's sister, really just a homicidal maniac. That's right, Ryuji. Come on, we gotta take Akechi down. Is that recording we got enough proof to do it? No, Akechi's merely a tool. His orders come from elsewhere. The grand mastermind behind this all. Shido! His name is Shido. Unimaginable fiend capable of arranging the murder of a suspect of a police station. At a police station? Of doesn't really work there. Unless we find out who that is, we will continue being targeted even if we defeat Akechi. But what means do we have of learning his identity? We have Akechi. We'll have to make Akechi say it. Though once we do, that mastermind will likely eliminate us. He'll try. I think that will be the case eventually regardless of whether or not we learn his identity. Probably. The only reason it hasn't happened yet is because we're an easy target to blame for his crimes. If he realizes that's no longer possible and abandons that plan, he may opt to kill us immediately. So we don't got a choice but to go with that suggestion? If we go into the palace as told, Kira will get arrested and then murdered by Akechi. Palace. Uh-huh. Palace. Actually, there's something I'd like to say regarding... Aha! We can use the palace to our advantage! Do-do-do-do! What's this all of a sudden? There's a way. But to get past Akechi and get the mastermind to lay off of us, all while learning his identity. Really? You gotta be kidding me. We let them kill Akira-kun. If he wants to kill Akira, why not let him? That is, inside the palace, where we can use Rakarm, Samarakarm, Somas, anything? Yes, we could have him kill the cognitive Akira-kun, all the while believing he killed the real one. Yeah, that's it. It seems that's our only option. Listen close, everyone. We're planning for how we can carry this operation out. Oh, he killed his cognitive impression of us, not my. Yeah, I get it. I see what they're saying now. Like how Kamoshida had a cognitive version of An, that's what he killed of me.
Ever since the death of their teenage leader, the Phantom Thieves have fallen silent.
Doo-doo-doo.
However, the police intend on continuing this investigation until the case is fully solved.
Oh, it's gonna be solved.
I'm sorry I'm late. I had to finish a few things at work. Where are they?
Upstairs.
Waiting upstairs. Go tell him to come on down.
Oh.
I'm gonna fetch him.
Mind the freezer?
You're her sister, correct?
Aw, you're so cute.
Makoto told me everything.
Aw.
Futaba-chan, I'm sorry that I caused you so much trouble this past summer.
You should be.
It's ancient history now.
I love Futaba.
Man, that goddamn detective.
Mm-hmm.
Look who's here.
The dead man lives.
Hey, you big bastard.
Why'd it have to be you giving me a hug? Why can't it be one of the ladies?
How have you been?
Oh, I'm alright, you know. I mean, I died.
You must be fine if you're joking around like that.
Exactly. That was just too good to pass up, though.
It truly is a relief to see your face.
I thought you'd say that, Makoto.
I bet that moron Akechi don't even know we tricked him yet.
Hopefully not.
Still, how'd you pull this off?
It was,
Isn't this guy considered dead?
uh-huh.
You weren't told anything?
Futaba.
I heard my sister brought him here, though.
Yeah, she came over in a taxi, dumped him off, and told me to keep him safe.
So where were you hiding me?
It was right after they announced he had died, too. Almost gave me a heart attack.
Sorry about that, Soji.
I didn't have time to explain.
Hey, shouldn't we tell boss what really happened?
Oh, probably.
We wanted to make our enemy believe the leader of the Phantom Thieves was dead.
And that would cause us to do nothing more.
What?
Yeah. Obviously, Soji.
What we did was make that enemy kill his fake in the metaverse.
Hold on a sec.
I was like, none of this makes any sense, Soji.
Enemy? Fake? What are you talking about?
Look, just make us some coffee and some curry. This is gonna take a while.
The true culprit behind all these incidents set us up. Our goal here was to determine their identity.
True culprit?
Yeah. True culprit.
I see. So you guys were going up against someone else?
Yeah. Exactly.
It was Goro Akechi.
Hated that kid from the beginning.
You knew beforehand that he was the traitor, didn't you?
Uh-huh. Akechi messed up.
Akechi himself gave us the chance to strike back. He made one fatal mistake.
He made a lot of fatal mistakes. Namely, pancakes.
Couldn't you have just said from the beginning that Akechi was the real culprit?
Would you believed us?
That wasn't something we could simply bring up. We couldn't have you suspect Akechi.
Yeah.
Besides, neither you nor the other investigators would have believed something like that, would you?
No, and it would have been dumb for you to believe it.
True. Akechi was credited with the arrest of the Phantom Thieves. Not even I would think he was the culprit.
Exactly.
In other words, you left him alone on purpose.
Great.
That was a bold move.
Thanks, update file. Go away. Jeez.
God, I can't keep up with any of this stuff.
It's okay, Soji. We'll make you a flowchart later.
So what was this mistake Akechi made? What did he do?
Pancakes.
He slipped up in regards to Morgana's voice.
You mean a cat?
Oh, Soji can't hear Morgana.
Yes, Morgana can talk.
Good.
Sorry, was that supposed to be a joke?
No, Morgana can talk.
Oh, our apologies. That's completely true. You surprised?
Does that mean he said something just now as well?
Uh-huh.
But you don't understand him, do you? That's how it was for all of us at first, too.
Yeah, except me and Ryuji.
When you're in the metaverse, Mona talks like a normal person. Once you hear that and your brain realizes he can actually talk, you start to understand him in reality.
Huh. You know what? That makes perfect sense. Okay.
It's a change in cognition, most likely.
I love Futaba.
Thanks to Akechi's lame acting, we figured out something was up.
Pancakes. The pancakes. I knew from the beginning.
When we talked to Akechi at the school festival, he was acting like he just realized Mona could talk. But we already saw him drop a mega hint about it way earlier.
Yeah, I want to know who explained it to Ryuji that this happened. Because a lot of people I've talked to didn't notice at the beginning of the game. So, how did Ryuji notice?
Oh, I know a place. I want to go to that huge pancake-looking place we passed on the way here.
Yep.
Oh, am I mistaken? I thought I heard something about delicious pancakes.
Uh-huh. Pancakes. Gosh. It's just,
Mona was the only one who was talking about a pancake.
Yeah, the only one.
That meant Akechi'd already been in the metaverse by then.
Though that just means, then that makes Futaba's explanation of why we can understand Morgana not make sense, because Akechi, even though he'd been in the metaverse, he would have had to hear Morgana talk in order for it to change his cognition to realize Morgana could talk. So him merely having been in the metaverse is not sufficient. He needs to have been in the metaverse and heard Morgana talk.
And since he was lying to us about that, we assumed he had a hidden motive behind contacting us.
Mm-hmm.
It seemed odd upon further thought. His reaction to my pancake comment was an honest one, after all.
Yeah. Yeah, his story was a little too good.
He did approach us when we found ourselves in the worst trouble yet. That's why we asked Futaba-chan to wiretap his phone.
Yeah.
I pretended to be interested in checking the phone out, but I was actually planting my ad.
Oh, Futaba.
My heart was pounding while I was doing it, though.
Even that ace detective could never have imagined a program being installed so quickly.
To be fair, it's pretty
Futaba's
fast.
quirky nature proved to be a great help.
It is.
That was just an act!
You're pretty quirky, and that's why we love you.
After a few days of listening, this confirmed his betrayal.
Then I'll guide the police into her palace and have them catch the Phantom Thieves in the act.
Convenient, wouldn't you say?
That would be the only way to arrest them, given their methods. I'll deal with them after that. Let me see. We could say he stole the guard's gun and committed suicide during his imprisonment. How about that? Public security questioning will occur on the first day. And with that room, my task will be simple.
Uh-huh.
Is this for real?
Yep, annoyingly so, Soji.
Yes, the guard will be one of ours. We'll have to eliminate him after to destroy the evidence, though.
So they planned to get rid of that guard from the beginning.
Well then, I will make the arrangements the day after the arrest.
Great.
And thus, the dangerous criminal responsible for the mass mental shutdowns shall end his own life.
Can I get some food? I got beat up a lot while I was in there.
When he does, you will become a great hero who saved Japan from evil. As will I, of course.
Of course.
I knew he was acting strangely, but to think he was this far gone.
Yeah.
He's no ace detective. Akechi is the perpetrator behind the mental shutdown crimes.
I mean, he still did figure out it was us. But again, I question whether or not that took an ace detective.
On top of that, there's someone else commanding Akechi. Someone with great authority. So great that they can order an assassination in a police station. That's why we had to make a move before they did.
I see.
Yeah. It got hairy. I'm enjoying the explanation for
We
everything.
baited Akechi into Sis's palace, making him dispose of our leader's fake, but think he killed him.
Okay.
Can you elaborate on that in more detail?
Yeah.
What exactly happened in my cognitive world?
I am curious how this played out though. That we got a hold of a fake me that was then shot. Though I guess if Sai's palace never disappeared, and by this point I took oh. And so the whole time I was talking to her, I was convincing her who I was and that I was telling the truth. I was changing her perception of me in the palace? Or was it Akechi's palace of me?
We're sorry
asking.
for using you without your permission. Your palace had all the conditions we needed.
You know it was her palace. Excellent.
What conditions?
It was also part of... Your palace also had the police station as part of it.
First, we required a place inside the cognitive world that was the same as in reality.
Yeah, most places were not.
That place is based on the real world after all. Anywhere that's not warped looks just like normal.
That's why nobody but the person who uses the nav even realizes they're in the metaverse.
Back with Kamoshida, we came in from the station without even noticing.
Yeah. Yeah, it brings back memories.
You totally can't tell the difference if there ain't any distortions around.
We had already investigated Nijima-san's palace when Makoto brought the suggestion to us.
I was seriously impressed by that suggestion.
It was a pretty great suggestion.
To be honest, I didn't quite understand it, but I went along with it.
Good. Good. It was a great idea.
Yeah, it's good we have her heading up our operations.
I thought I was heading up our operations.
Makoto is normally so calm as well, but once her mind is set, she gets oddly impulsive.
It was a good idea. It's fine, guys.
I did have a bit of a rivalry forming with Akechi,
She's so cute.
but I just couldn't contain myself anymore once you became a target, sis.
Yeah.
The reason I joined the Phantom Thieves was to heal your heart, after all.
Aww.
My own achievements were all that mattered to me. I was desperate. I wasn't myself at all. I'm sorry I couldn't see that.
Aww.
That goes for the both of us.
Aww. The what?
We heard from Mako-chan that you were going to do the interrogation, Nijima-san.
And regarding its location, I take it you used the data from my laptop?
Presumably.
I'm sorry.
Go on.
There were two things we were able to
Good.
confirm while
Amazing.
we were checking the metaverse.
Amazing.
First, our clothes didn't change when we were down in the interrogation room.
Because we weren't enemies there.
Second, the scenery and details outside of the palace proper were the same as in the real world.
Huh.
Once we heard that from Makoto, we secretly went to check it out without Akechi knowing.
Good.
There was also one more thing we absolutely needed to make this work.
But when did they go? Whatever.
A perfect cognitive replica of him in the metaverse's interrogation room.
Which required Sai and required me to spill, and
Since he had yet to be caught, though, there obviously wouldn't be anyone in that room.
so I had to be caught.
Once we saw the casino guests and police officers, we were convinced this would work. They looked no different from actual living people.
After that, we just had to work our way into the palace like usual, while keeping Akechi in the dark.
Good, good. I like it. I'm not sure why we have these loading screens. This one's better.
Everything went as planned up until we defeated Sis's shadow.
Okay.
However, it was then that we were met with a terrifying, unexpected police ambush.
Which was, in a word, problematic.
As a result, even though we managed to grab the treasure, we couldn't get it out of the metaverse.
Okay.
Except that was all an act.
There we go. Because I was going to say, you needed to not get the treasure out of the metaverse. Because you needed... Because otherwise, her distorted world would have collapsed.
We had prepared an empty briefcase beforehand, and merely acted like we were taking the treasure.
Bam! Amazing.
This was because we knew the police would be coming for us.
We made sure before the operation that the police would be waiting to ambush us. And just as expected, he totally took the bait.
Yeah, I was like, I wonder why was a briefcase? That was a little weird. Like, even if it was a briefcase when we left the metaverse, it shouldn't have been one in it.
Him getting captured by the police went exactly how we planned it.
Nice, nice.
And I had been interrogating him with no knowledge of this.
Uh-huh.
But how did you lure Akechi into this cognitive world's interrogation room?
Don't worry about it.
All I needed were the coordinates.
Hup. Oh, Futaba. Seems like she used this laptop to remotely access the metaverse. What? Asking her about it now would drag the conversation on too long. Should talk to her later.
Akechi disposed of
Good.
the fake in the palace and left thinking he had been victorious.
Which is
It
beautiful.
must have been truly hilarious for our leader who sat idly in the real world's interrogation room.
I enjoy the art. The art is great. Yosuke, did you draw these? I don't know if you have a future in art, but man, you have a future in cartooning.
Surely he was acting quite cocky by himself in that quiet chamber.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So that's why you gave me your phone. I only took it because of what you told me.
I know.
It's a shame I didn't have the opportunity to see that for myself.
I know. It was pretty great. I'm just glad I didn't die.
All I could do was try to handle all the messages that started coming to me on his phone.
Uh-huh.
So in other words, I've been to the metaverse, albeit for a brief moment.
Right. And so, see, Sai had been into the... Hold on.
In our experience, there is little danger when someone enters their own palace for so short a time.
Yeah, but so, she's been in the metaverse, she can't understand Morgana, which again requires that Akechi has actually heard Morgana speak in the metaverse.
That's the other reason we had him give it to you. We needed you to listen to Alibaba, deceive the guard, and ultimately aid in his escape.
Exactly.
By having you head back to the interrogation room, we could return you to the real world as well.
That makes sense.
I mean, I had to think of some way to keep you from running into Akechi mid-assassination.
It's true. That is true.
Huh. Astounding.
I know, they did pretty good. They did good work.
I hadn't the slightest idea that such a grand operation was taking place within me.
But it was great.
I'm so glad he was able to persuade you during the interrogation.
I am too. So I'm pretty sure we've passed what would have been the game ending, like, if I hadn't persuaded her, I would have died. Because I needed to persuade her to take the phone and show it to Akechi. So I at least did that much. But time will still see what kind of ending we get.
Even though we knew Akechi's plan, we were pretty worried about that part.
I have so much charm, you guys shouldn't be worried.
True.
Why is that?
Without Sis on our side, Futaba's plan and subsequent breakout would have never been possible.
Yeah, no, not so much.
That persuasion was easily our greatest gamble.
Yep.
We couldn't consult Sis beforehand. It was absolutely the make or break moment of the entire plan.
Uh-huh.
Still, I'm surprised you could convince me in such a short time. Were you confident you could do it?
Don't remember. Drugs. I was. We're just going with that.
I see.
Uh-huh.
Either way, I can't believe you went for such a risky idea.
It was really kind of the only thing we had, though.
If we could just tell you the true culprit's plan, I knew you'd realize the bigger picture.
Okay.
Realize that our leader was telling the truth, and that there was a greater evil to pursue.
As a result, we emerged victorious.
Yay!
Then the reason you kept this a secret from me was so you could catch the true culprit, correct?
That is accurate.
Yes. Plus, you had lost control of yourself at the time.
Exactly.
This is stunning. All I can really do is laugh.
Especially because I've been recording this whole thing. You're all arrested. Haha!
I've kind of figured out that you guys made Akechi kill a fake.
Uh-huh.
But what did you do about the body?
Oh, don't worry about that.
The police never even checked it.
Huh?
They had a coroner working to ensure his death was reported as a suicide.
So they never even had to find a body.
That coroner didn't take one look at the scene and just passed along a falsified death certificate.
So,
The bad guys have that much influence?
I mean, sure.
Murder in a police station would be reckless otherwise. We also knew of a possible conspirator.
SIU director?
Thanks to Futaba-chan's messages and the guard's demeanor, I eventually came to understand.
Mm-hmm.
And since the higher-ups at the police knew nothing of this, they were thrown into disarray.
Exactly.
As a result, his suicide during imprisonment was reported on the news, just as Akechi planned.
Good, good.
And with that confusion, he was able to escape with Nijima-san's help.
Yeah! She was there
I
for that
made
part.
sure nobody would check the morgue for his body, and thanks to that, nobody knows he survived.
I like it. This is working.
Thinking back to the interrogation, though, I can't believe what they did to him.
It's okay, Makoto. I'm okay.
The callous use of violence and even drugs is utterly abnormal.
Is it? It's fine.
If he had lost consciousness and hadn't been able to tell Sis about the phone, he would have died.
That is... true.
I'm truly glad you made it back safe.
Aww. It was a breeze. Don't worry about it.
How tough are you?
Oh, you want to find out, Sai? Sorry.
It still freaked me out when I saw the suicide on the news, though.
Yeah, it apparently freaked Makoto out, too.
We made sure to live normal lives while he was being interrogated to avoid drawing any suspicion.
Good choice from all of you.
Even with that, I couldn't help but worry for him in my heart.
Aww.
Well, I knew right away that her plan worked out.
I wanted to believe, but considering what we were up against.
Basically, you were saying you all doubted me except for Ryuji.
Ryuji's a bit on the dense and carefree side.
But hey, it worked this time, so that's fine.
Can it, cat?
It's fine. Calm down, Ryuji.
I had to be patient and avoid this place until things settled down. I finally feel relieved.
Yeah, now you can get some coffee.
We knew he was alive, but it was difficult to not worry until we could confirm it in person.
Fair.
Now that I think about it, my interrogation was just a formality for the head commander.
Mm-hmm.
What a joke, letting me interrogate someone who is meant to die. They just wanted to avoid backlash.
Yep, but it worked.
Very well. From here forward, I will do my utmost to assist you.
Aw, yeah.
You saved me, after all.
You're welcome.
That's reassuring to hear.
We were really afraid you were going to just arrest us all.
I'll do whatever I can to help too. Just let me know.
Coffee and curry for everyone! Now!
Let's take a break for now, though. This old brain is pooped.
Amen.
Oh, and feel free to use the first floor when you guys want to get together and talk.
Oh.
You'll need a hideout where you can be safe. Just say the word, and I'll close shop early.
Aww.
Are you sure?
We can use upstairs.
This guy can't leave. Plus, you won't make much progress if people can hear you from downstairs. It's not like this place is the liveliest joint in town. It won't be a huge loss for me.
Aw, Soji.
Let us accept his offer. What a great man.
I can't leave? Oh, balls. Well then... Kira Kurusu.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, the same guy you charged with assault. Because you were assaulting a woman.
It's me, Akechi.
Enter.
The walk animation
That's
looked...
the death certificate of the principal offender, correct? Is there a problem with it?
No, nothing in particular.
But...
More importantly, you've done well with regard to the prosecutors.
Uh-huh.
The cause of death for the SIU director has been settled as a stroke.
Which is a shame.
I had him work quite substantially on forging evidence.
Great.
His loss should be mourned.
It was thanks to his efforts that I could enter the Phantom Thieves' interrogation room, too.
Of course.
The SIU is in disarray with his death. I'll take my time choosing a successor after the elections.
Of course, yeah. That's what you'd have to do.
At any rate, I'm now praised as a hero, and I owe it all to the Phantom Thieves.
Oh, I hate you both.
All possible hindrances are now gone. There's no doubt that this election is mine.
No! Yoshida will beat you, Shido! Oh, I don't like that man. Don't like that man at all. Let's see, we punch him in the face.
And on to our next story, the snap election for the House of Representatives. Discussion is swirling around potential nominees as the deadline for candidacy announcement nears.
Okay.
Candidates will announce on the 23rd of this month, while voting will be held on the 18th of next.
Okay.
Elections, huh? Don't matter to us. It's not like we can vote in them yet anyways.
Maybe we can.
Why don't we resume our conversation?
Okay. You mean recap? Why don't we resume our recap?
Well, the Phantom Thieves are back together. We can finally take it to Akechi and the bastard backing him.
Okay. How?
Have you figured out who's behind all this?
I have, but I can't tell
Akechi
everybody.
accidentally let that slip after the murder. He said, Shido-san.
You did?
Shido. Feels like I heard that somewhere.
I missed him say that.
He is unmistakably a man of power if he has such strong connections to the police.
Guys, you guys should really follow politics.
Shido? Could it be Masayoshi Shido?
Yeah,
Who?
politics.
I believe he's a politician. Remember, Ryuji? You said his speech was too loud.
And it was.
For real?
Oh, gotta get that catchphrase in there again, don't you?
It's certainly possible that Shido is the mastermind.
I think it's more than possible.
Do you have some kind of evidence?
No, just a hunch.
Nothing material. However, there are various conditions which align with that possibility.
This has all been real convenient for his rise to power?
First, he would profit from damage done to the current administration by the psychotic breakdowns.
Okay.
He's maintained a negative stance toward the Phantom Thieves and has gained tremendous popularity. On top
Convenient.
of that, he'll most likely become the next Prime Minister if he wins this upcoming election.
Which he is slated to probably do.
No.
Yeah.
Did he set us up with that election in mind?
Yes. Well, he set us up to be the scapegoats for what he had been doing.
If he is behind all this, that would be in stark opposition to his honest public image.
It's true.
So his current position and popularity is just him benefiting from the mental collapses.
Mm-hmm.
We'll make him have a change of heart, no matter what it takes.
Good, I like this.
Mom.
Yeah, Futaba, we'll get him.
Shido, huh?
Uh-oh.
What is the matter?
I had a feeling he was wrapped up in all this.
Oh!
Just based on the connections I had from my previous job.
Which was what?
I think the one who crushed Wakaba's research and confiscated her materials was probably Shido.
Oh, of course it was.
From the moment Wakaba died, I had a hunch he was involved.
What did you do, Soji? What was your job?
That there wasn't anything I could do. So I chose to protect Futaba and went into hiding.
Why didn't you say that sooner?
Because he didn't have anything to prove it.
You guys would have definitely gone after him if I had. He would have just killed all of you, no doubt. That's what he usually does to people who get in his way.
Wait, does that mean we... Like, with that being the case, we would have to have...
Originally, I was looking into the mental shutdown cases.
Okay.
It was then that I accidentally stumbled upon government research regarding the psychotic breakdowns.
Gotcha.
So I tracked down the whereabouts of that research data and met with the associated parties.
Huh?
Boss was one of those parties.
Which is why you were here. Got it.
I would never have imagined all of this was connected.
And yet, it is.
Mental shutdowns, psychotic breakdowns, Shido, and even the Phantom Thieves' actions.
Way back when, Shido kept saying he was going to be Prime Minister one day. Nobody believed him, though.
He was kind of a pain in the butt. Sounds like.
What's going to happen to this country if Shido becomes Prime Minister? What about the world?
Well...
The issue is simpler than that.
Is it?
This is nothing more than yet another selfish adult trying to impose his will on the public.
Okay, fair point.
We gotta expose that rotten bastard.
Well then,
Yeah,
we're
we'll do
sitting
it
around here
like
talking
always.
for.
Then let's check the nav.
Masayoshi Shido, the guy running for Prime Minister. Got a hit! Well, duh. It ain't a surprise he has one.
Yeah, it's not.
Where would the location be?
I don't know, his headquarters?
What kind of things go through a politician's head?
I don't know.
I always think of dirty money and shady actions.
Hoop. Fair.
What does he do? And where? We don't got a clue about this guy's life.
His palace must be somewhere that politicians frequent. Any ideas?
The diet building isn't bad. A fancy restaurant? I mean... I don't think it's the diet building, but that's what I'm gonna go with. Oh!
We got a hit!
Okay, well that works.
How arrogant must he be to see himself as the ruler of the diet building?
I guess that's fair, because...
Our next target's the big shot politician Masayoshi Shido. We're gonna do this, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah, what are we gonna do about Akechi?
No need to waste time with him. We just gotta hit the head.
I
Nobody
disagree.
against it?
Of course.
Of course you're against it? How dare you, On?
He will be a worthy opponent.
Let's win this together.
Or together we'll fall.
Time for revenge.
Oh.
Then it's unanimous.
Well, technically Makoto didn't chime in, and I didn't say anything.
All we gotta do now is figure out what he thinks that diet building place is.
It's Kingdom?
So that's the app that allowed me to enter the metaverse.
More or less.
An old fart like me can't wrap his head around all this stuff.
It's alright, it happens.
We'll have to deal with this before Election Day, December 18th. That means we need it done by the 17th.
Okay.
It's best we hurry before they discover there's no body in the morgue.
Yep.
Should we start tomorrow then? We can meet at the diet building after school.
Might as well. It's not like I can do anything else. Kind of stuck under house arrest.
That reminds me, what are you gonna do about school? You can't show up if you're supposed to be dead.
Miss Kawakami said he went back home for family reasons.
Yeah, that works.
That's what I told the school.
Okay.
Don't let him find out you're alive then, alright? This whole thing would be for nothing.
What am I supposed to do? I want to do stuff.
What do you mean?
This operation had another purpose outside of escaping Akechi's clutches.
They don't expect the Phantom Thieves to act without a leader.
Shido tried to place all the blame on the Phantom Thieves and deceive the public at the same time.
Okay.
He has ruined countless lives, and even made Goro Akechi, a student, assist him with assassinations.
Uh-huh.
A mere change of heart is too lenient a sentence for such an abominable criminal.
Now wait.
We'll be making use of the police statement that the leader of the Phantom Thieves committed suicide.
Okay.
Our leader, who is presumed dead, will come out of hiding to deliver a grand statement.
Oh, okay.
He'll say he has escaped prison, not committed suicide, and was in fact almost killed by a criminal. Everyone's gonna flip.
They're gonna do something.
You guys thought through all this stuff too?
We have a lot of time on our hands, right?
We're intellectuals, you know.
Okay, Ryuji didn't think of any of it. That's not the point.
That's why you needed such a daring trick as getting captured and appearing to be killed.
Yeah, it's totally gonna make the poll go so much better in our favor.
What frightening teenagers.
We try.
But the true battle has only just begun.
Do
We won the
do.
first round, but we must stay on our toes.
Yeah.
Yeah, this ain't the time to be celebrating.
No. That will be tomorrow.
These people tried to trap and kill us. There is no end to their inhuman, conniving nature. We will need to be prepared for whatever may come our way.
And we will be. We got this. So we really... Morgana, I think it's time you tell us what's going on with
Finally
you.
made it this far. It's already been 2.5 years since we met.
Back then, you earned the media's attention as a young politician who could rise up against bureaucracy.
Uh-huh.
Because of that, those who wanted to preemptively deal with problems tried to tie you up in scandal.
And it almost worked too, if not for you meddling kids and that puppy. Kitty.
I think I would fall for the ruse schemed by those decrepit fools in power.
Also, can we note the fact that this is basically the Scooby Gang? Except we just have... Or... Was it Mysteries Inc? Whatever. Except we have a cat instead of a dog.
I recall that's when you came to me. You promoted yourself saying you had special powers. If it wasn't for the research on cognition that I dabbled in, I would have thought you insane.
How did you get these powers, Akechi?
I made those troublesome opponents psychotic and erased any trace of that scandal.
Very good. Very, very helpful.
Who'd think that tampering with a person's heart could trigger a psychotic lapse or mental shutdown? And when someone like that said he'd support me, I had suspected there'd be an ulterior motive.
Are you... Why are you both... This doesn't make a lot of sense,
It's
but...
because I sympathized with your aspiring ideology.
This back and forth doesn't make a lot of sense. Not 2 years later, 2.5 years later.
I believed that your ideals needed to be achieved for the sake of the country's future.
Well, my faith in you was precisely why I pulled the plug on that research.
Uh,
I only need you using that power. It'd be troublesome if someone else uncovered how it works.
oh, Shido.
Wakaba Ishiki, was it? That researcher. She wouldn't have had to die if she just complied.
Oh.
Any suspicions should be snubbed out. Even the smallest doubt must be severed at the root.
I hate you both.
After all, we had an active public prosecutor's office director on our side until recently.
I hate you both.
Astounding, isn't it? To think the director himself often forged evidence to secure his promotion. He was quite surprised when you confronted him about it. He didn't know who leaked that information.
Great.
Well, I got that out of his shadow, so technically speaking, he did it himself.
Of course. That's usually how these things work.
This country's affairs have become stagnant.
Great.
The political world is filled with old men who only act to preserve their own vested interests.
Uh-huh.
The general public has forsaken such political affairs and don't even bother. Only ruin awaits us.
Uh-huh.
I must agree.
I hate you both.
There's no need to be ruined along with such incompetent fools. I will lead this country to its revival.
Sure. No politician has ever thought that before.
Those who get in the way must be eliminated at times. That's the correct way to use the metaverse.
Still, it would stand out if there were continuous deaths and scandals with your political rivals.
A little bit, yeah.
Which is why I made them suspects. Prosecute the targets that I turn psychotic, and solve them as cases unrelated to you.
Uh-huh.
And thus, the charismatic ace detective was born.
Convenient. No doubt.
Thanks to your efforts, my clean image remains untarnished, and I've monopolized public opinion. Once I gained public sentiment, collaborators from all sectors began approaching me on their own.
You kept your hands
The
clean.
police were no exception. With their management in my pocket, keeping them in check was easy.
When the Phantom Thieves emerged, I thought things might become somewhat troublesome.
Uh-huh.
And they were just brats once we looked into it. All we needed to do was lay the blame on them.
When you told me that, I knew then that you were the better man.
Their popularity was a bit beyond my expectations, but flipping it made the negative press stronger. After that, all I had to do was openly berate them. I've been gaining more supporters since.
Yeah. It's easy to gain political power by fear-mongering. Cough, cough.
The current administration is dead with ongoing scandals. Never mind the fact that they're my doing.
Gosh, I feel like there's so much... ugh.
Even the government parties have begun splitting up, and they're dissolving just as planned. The time has finally come. Just a little more, and I will take the seat of Prime Minister.
No.
However, inauguration isn't my goal. That's when everything truly begins.
Uh-huh.
I'll make this country rich for the sake of its selfish and ignorant masses who can only rely on others.
Okay.
In other words, you're creating a powerful country that can compete with the world.
That's what I heard.
The public resonates with my ideals and follows me.
Oh, man.
And for that, some sacrifices can't be avoided. That is my duty as the Chosen One.
The Chosen One?
Your assistance has been very influential in making my plans proceed smoothly.
The Chosen One!
When I become Prime Minister, I'll grant whatever wish you want.
I wish you'd both die.
With this most recent case, my name has become known across the country, perhaps even the world.
Is that all you wanted?
Surely my story will be passed down as a hero who won against monsters that could control people's hearts.
Uh-huh.
I believe I'll lay low and devote myself to my studies.
Oh, really?
I suppose with your age, you wouldn't come up with debauched desires.
Oh, I don't know. teens? High school? That's kind of the perfect time for debauched desires.
I am thinking about the future, though.
Uh-oh. Man, Shido, he might turn on you. Because he knows he's the one with the power here.
Guess he won't be going to school for a while.
Yeah, because I'll just play some video games.
Don't worry about it. This'll be a breeze compared to what we've had to face so far. And we'll have all the time to come up with the plans together.
I could just play some video games. Maybe craft some things. Some crafting to do.
To be perfectly honest, I don't really care what happens to Shido, one way or the other.
Okay, well then you're a horrible friend.
But when I consider the fact that he's your enemy, I naturally think he's my enemy as well.
And Futaba's enemy. Don't forget Futaba.
I'm going to stay with you until the very end.
Glad to have you, Morgana. How did that not deepen our bonds?
Well, how do I put this?
Looks like things have finally settled down. Life's gonna get real busy for you starting tomorrow, right? Get some rest.
Well then.
She's right, let's hit the hay. What the heck? Okay, bye!
Hey!
She's right, you should... Man!
Wow!
Well... Soji?
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, police report on your death isn't gonna show up at your school. No need to worry. Seems Prosecutor Nijima worked out some kind of deal with the higher-ups or something. I mean, you haven't even said anything to... You haven't even said anything to me, even. As long as you stay quiet, you'll be fine. I guess if they reported your death now, they'd basically be saying you were a Phantom Thief. Can't really go announcing what the Phantom Thieves are, so I'm sure they'll avoid that. It's fair enough. Fair point.
Nice.
Houseplant is healthy. Morgana?
Well...
Reminds me, your relationship with the Ketchy unexpectedly grew stronger, didn't it? No, Ketchy was talking to the fake you at the time. It's true. She met the cognitive you in the palace. You know what he said to that version of you in there. We should make use of this. As if nothing else, it shows our operation was a smashing success. Okay. Sure. Remember how I hijacked your phone during the school trip? That kinda came in handy. How so? Well, remember how I put that wiretap app on Ikechi's phone? Basically, that let me see GPS info for 2 phones, yours and his. Now what could I do with that info? I'd be able to tell the precise moment Sainijima, who had your phone, ran into Ikechi. Which is beautiful. That's when I saw my chance and beep! Sent the signal to activate the Metaverse Navigator. There was the chance they just passed each other without saying a single word. That's why we needed you to tell Sainijima to show the phone to Ikechi.
Whoa.
This plan still surprises me no matter how many times I hear it. Morgana, you shouldn't be surprised after you've heard it. So that's fine.
But...
So I couldn't just directly hack into the Metaverse Nav. It's a mysterious app after all. But you know how it has that bookmark function? All I have to do is push the button. Making the phone think he was pushing that button was totally doable. Pretty good, huh? Gosh, Futaba, I love you.
Hey!
Look, I may not look like it, but everyone else was risking their lives too. Though there's no doubt you were most at risk, you actually got arrested. It seems like all the drugs and stuff made you forget the details of the plan. Let me explain how it all went down? It might take a bit. Not now.
Whoops.
Just focus on resting up. You don't have to worry about anything else. Seriously, well done. Okay, so I can actually talk to her and hear the whole detail of the plans, but I feel like we already heard it all. What does the news say? So far, the police have shared very little information about the boy believed to be the culprit. Police are likely being careful about what they reveal, as this is a rare, unusual incident. The move has been successful, and there has not been any major outcry as of yet. It's good for us that too much information hasn't made it out. Probably have Nijima to thank. Probably. But I want to play video games, Morgana.
Nice.
You did a great job. Just take it easy today. Tonight? What if I want to... Killing me, Cat. Well, guys, it looks like We are finally past a lot of stuff. Labor Thanksgiving Day? What? Whatever. We still have a ways to go. Still have a ways to go. And we still have finals! Guys, we still have finals to worry about. And on top of that, we have to steal Shido's heart. We have to portray Shido's palace. Actually, where are... True Justice. Can't see what it does, only that we have it. Fumi. Dang it, where is... Akechi. Rank 8 with him now. He has nothing else coming up. I'm wondering how this is going to work, though. We have all these people who we need to up some more with. We're kind of under house arrest, which sucks. We're not finishing his. We're not finishing hers. We might not be able to finish anybody's. And that's going to be really problematic. But I guess we'll find out next time. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you've enjoyed this video, then by all means, do feel free to hit the like button. Of course, if you dislike this video for whatever reason, the dislike button is right there as well. Comments are always appreciated, so long as they're kept spoiler-free. One thing I'll ask, I want an answer to, is Futaba says she'll go over the whole plan with us. Is there anything in what she will go over with us that wasn't covered by everything that we've just heard for the past 2 to 3 episodes? If so, I can start next video by talking to her about it. If there's nothing new in there, then I won't waste our time. So I think that's fair. So just let me know in the comments down below. Because otherwise, next time, we're going to get some sleep. And we're going to get ready. We're going to start on my birthday! 11/22. But, after that, we're going to get started on trying to steal Shido's heart. So, it's time to get to work, y'all. Oh, before we go, we weren't able to do this before because we got stuck in a position where we couldn't actually view our personas. But, we do have... Did we get... Were you new last time? Oops, that's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted. And, Sarasvati, the Hindu goddess of rivers and patron of speech, writing, learning, and the arts and sciences. Brahma is her husband. Can't remember if we had many in the way. I don't think Pale Rider was new. You know, Death, we already did that one. So it was just Sarasvati and Orlov, which is a pretty giant jewel. Maragion, Mabufala. Ooh, these are good ones. Medium ice, medium damage, Ma skills, which are handy. But a diamond stolen from a Hindu temple that is said to drive its owner to their death. It's cut into smaller pieces in an attempt to break the curse. Yeah, so we took a giant diamond and said, this is cursed. You know what we should do? Spread it around. That'll make it safe. Anyway. As I said, that does it for this video. Thank you all for watching this. And actually, did I get my... Did I get my SP adhesive back? Or did I lose it? Because I'd be real mad if I lost it. I better got that back. Dang it, Akechi. I will... Okay. Excellent. I was like, I will fight you for that. fight you for that SP adhesive. Okay, finally. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, this video is adjourned.